Hi, welcome to PROSE Edu World. In this video, I would like to discuss Old English literature or Anglo-Saxon literature. Old English or Anglo-Saxon is the earliest historical form of the English language spoken in England and southern and eastern Scotland in the early Middle Ages. It was brought to Great Britain by Anglo-Saxon settlers in the mid of 5th century. It had four main dialects associated with particular Anglo-Saxon kingdoms: Northumbrian, Kentish, and West Saxon. So here you can see the picture of Anglo-Saxon kingdoms. And now we move on to early history of Britain. The Celts were the original inhabitants of Britain from Iron Age. Romans invaded Britain in 43 AD. Around 400, Christianity spread and mixed with Anglo-Saxon culture. Then Anglo-Saxon invaded Britain in the 5th century. Old English literature. Old English literature or Anglo-Saxon literature encompasses literature written in Old English in Anglo-Saxon England from 450 to the decades after the Norman conquest of 1066. Old English literature consists of sermons, biblical translations, Anglo-Saxon chronicles, and narrative history works. Characteristics of Old English literature. First one, heroic poetry. Second one, Anglo-Saxon riddles. Third one, biblical paraphrases. Fourth one, Christian prose. And fifth one, elegiac poetry. So now we move on to Old English poetry. Old English poetry talked about the epic stories of battles fought and won and enemies defeated. The most famous among these is the epic poem Beowulf. Old English poetry relied heavily on the phenomenon of literary alliteration. Old English poetry is of two types: the heroic Germanic pre-Christian and the Christian. So Beowulf. Beowulf is an Old English epic poem consisting of 3,182 alliterative lines. It is one of the most important works of Old English literature. This was written in West Saxon dialect, and the author of Beowulf is unknown. The story is set in Scandinavia in the 6th century. Beowulf is a hero of Geats, comes to the aid of Hrothgar, the king of Danes, whose Medholin Herod has been under attack by a monster known as Grendel. So here you can see the picture of Beowulf and Grendel. Other poets. Apart from Beowulf, the most important surviving examples of our oldest English poetry are to be found in the works of Caedmon and Cinewulf. Cinewulf is regarded as one of the preeminent figures of Anglo-Saxon Christian poetry. Caedmon's only non-surviving work is Caedmon's hymn, the 9-line alliterative vernacular praise poem. Now, prose. Anglo-Saxon Chronicle is a collection of annals in Old English chronicling the history of the Anglo-Saxons. Most widely known author of Old English was King Alfred the Great, who translated many religious books from Latin into Old English. Venerable Bede's Ecclesiastical History of the English People is another important work about the history of the Christian Church in England. That's all. Thank you.